Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Decision Hour. I'm your host, Adam Bird, and I have a very special treat for you guys today. I met this couple a little over a year ago at the NRA's Great American Outdoor Expo. Saw them again this year, and they have an organization called Warriors on the Water. So without further ado, I'm going to bring my new friends on, Jim and Gina Neary. How are you guys?
Hey, very good, Adam.
Great.
Nice to see you, bud.
Yeah, well, listen, I appreciate you guys coming on the show and talking with me today.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We're excited.
So,
Very excited.
listen, let's jump right into this. Why don't each of you, Jim, let's start with you, and why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself?
Okay, my name's Jim Neary. I live down here in Kirkwood, Pennsylvania, right on the Octorara Reservoir. I'm a Marine. I was 35, 37, motor T connected to second tanks down Lejeune, and then I went air wing. I have a bait and tackle shop. That's what I do for a living, and we're here to promote Warriors on the Water. It's a great organization that does a lot of things for our veterans and law enforcement. Don't forget the law enforcement guys, because they do it every day.
Love it. Thank you. And Gina, why don't you tell the listeners a little bit about you?
Okay, well, Jim and I have been together for about a little over 13 years, and he's been here at the Octorara for 20 years. And he has a boat rental business and bait and tackle. About a year and a half ago, we've been talking about this for some time, but about a year and a half ago, we decided to start Warriors on the Water Limited. It's a nonprofit that helps veterans, military, and law enforcement go fishing. And it's absolutely wonderful. I'm enjoying doing it, and very excited to be on your show.
I love it. The Warriors on the Water, was this just something like, you're sitting at the dinner table or on the couch watching TV or something like that, and you're like, hey, I got an idea. Let's do this thing where we're bringing out Warriors, and you said it's. And I'm on your guys' website. And speaking of which, folks, if you're listening to the show right now, that means you're online. Open up another browser and go to their website. It's warriorsonthewaterltd.com. It's warriorsonthewaterltd.com. You guys are helping military and law enforcement. Is your mission and whatnot. So you're bringing people in and kind of explain the Warriors on the Water part of that. Is that just fishing, or there's more programs that you guys have within that organization?
Well, Warriors on the Water is designed for all different organizations. The idea behind it is to get our veterans, military, and law enforcement officers out here fishing, whether it's in a kayak, a john boat, their bass boat, whether they want to fish from the shore. Just try it for beginners, for all the way up through, you've been fishing all your life. And with that being said, we have a few different organizations that come out here, Heroes on the Water being one.
Great organization, by the way.
Yes. Okay. And then we have the Donegal Trout Unlimited guys. They come out, and gals. They come out on our special event days. So it's anyone and any group that would be interested in just a day of fishing, stress-free. You come out, we provide everything for you. So you don't need a fishing license that day. You don't even need to bring your rod. We'll supply everything for you.
Really?
Yeah. Let me interject a couple things like that. Okay. So it started about 7 years ago. Me and this other Marine were sitting around. He's a parole officer now in his second half of his life. So we're sitting around, man, we got to do something for, our vets. And so we're sitting here and I'm saying, man, I got this place right here. So we should be able to parlay something here. So we came up with this idea about somehow getting the vets. And I'll be damned, about a week later, Adam Gagne from Heroes on the Water gave me a call, say, Jim, well, we were thinking about doing a Heroes on the Water event down there. I said, are you kidding me? This is a godsend. So we started talking. We became really good friends, and he brought his fellas down. So we weren't 501c at that point. So we were doing it for 5 years before we applied for a 501c and it was granted. Now, in that time, the first one we had, like, it was basically Heroes on the Water. It was me and my staff, and we had like maybe 25 guys show up, I mean, the first year. So, I was happy with that. The Heroes on the Water loved it. And then each year it's gotten bigger. Okay, so a year and a half ago, like my wife said, we became a 501c Warriors on the Water Limited. And it's grown exponentially, whatever that word is, till we had 320 law enforcement, vets, military active and reserve come out with their families, especially their families, because when you get deployed, everybody hurts in that family. Okay, it's not just the veteran going overseas or wherever, just even stationed in the States, and he's taken away from his kids' scholastic outing and stuff like that, camping, boys, whatever, what have you may.
Right.
And so it's developed on that, and like I said, 320 guys came out, and we're at the point now where we have actually, last year was 4. A 5th one's supposed to show up, but they never came through, whatever. But 4 organizations, we included Worth It Hollow, equine therapy for you guys coming back with PTSD, being deployed back to the States. Some guys really need that extra attention.
Right.
And so they can even get that, that kind of comfort at these events, at our big event too. I'm over talking your head.
So the idea is when we host our events, just having the military veterans and law enforcement come out. But on this special date, which my husband's talking about, an annual event, this will be the 6th year, we have different groups that come out.
Okay.
So if someone's interested in maybe joining a fly fishing group, like I said, Donegal Trout is here. If they're interested possibly in Heroes on the Water, doing fishing from a kayak, Heroes on the Water are here to explain what they do. If they're interested in equine therapy and they like being near a working farm, Worth It Hollow is here. The Lancaster Veterans Breakfast Club is here, and that's a group that meets once a month. If somebody's interested in that, those guys are here. So there's so much going on, and that's why we're really excited to get the word out.
What I really like about what you guys are doing is especially nowadays, is that there's so many different organizations out there, and it's like everybody's kind of working their way into the market and trying to find their little spot. You guys are working with other organizations. It's like everybody's coming together as a community and working together. And I think that's really important to highlight, because you don't see a lot of that. And when you do, it's kind of, you don't hear about it. So I think it's great what you guys are doing. And I think it's really great that you guys are bringing in other organizations and working together as a community for the veterans and law enforcement personnel in your area. Now, the events, are they down there in the Kirkwood, Pennsylvania area? That's where these events are held. Is that correct?
Yes, right here at my location. We live on premises where the bait and tackle shop is, and where the boat rental, Octorara Reservoir,
in Kirkwood, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
We're right at 212 Spruce Grove Road in Kirkwood, Pennsylvania.
Now, you guys have you guys talked about a couple events. You guys got several events coming up this year. Is that correct? You guys want to talk about that real quick? All the different events and the dates?
Sure.
Yes.
So it starts in April, and one day out of the month, one Saturday, the first one is April 11th. And we'll start, it's like two programs that run during the day. So we start at 11. So from 11 to about 2 p.m., we'll do a fishing demonstration.
That'd be me.
That would be my husband that does that. And then whatever's biting that day, whatever type of fish, he hooks you up with that type of lure or bait, and we go down to the shoreline and fish and get people used to that, or just hang out, whatever they want to do on the shoreline from the dock. Then around 3 o'clock, we'll show them how to use a electric trolling motor on the back of a john boat. And if they would like to go out on a john boat fishing, or maybe even in one of our fishing kayaks, they can do that, or canoe. It's up to them. and that runs from about 3 to about 6 p.m.
Free.
Free, right. And so that's each month we have one of those days. So it would be in April, May. Well, May is our big event, and that's a little bit different.
Well, let's talk about the May event. You said that one's different, and that's the big one. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go ahead. Let's talk about that. Tell us more about the May 16th. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. The May 16th. That's okay. People come down. What we have here is, and most of these people too either donate their time or their services, or they supply different things to make this day happen. Okay. So what we have this year again. Last year we had it. Now we're having it again this year. There'll be a live acoustic band that are all veterans coming from what is it, Lebanon, VA. Lebanon VA. They're coming down just to perform for us. So we got that going.
Oh wait, I need to interject.
All right, go ahead.
And they're called Guitars for Vets. So they
Yeah.
Yes. So they teach veterans, military, how, if they want to play guitar music. So again, there's another organization, so to speak, of maybe someone who's coming, wants to learn how to play guitar or is interested in music. Okay.
So you got those guys. Then also you have family friend Kevin Broderick, who owns Pro Sound Entertainment. He DJs the whole event. The MC, mics, we come up and speak, and everybody else that wants to speak speaks. Then our friend Jason Phillips, he cooks a pig all night long, brings over here in his ATV and picks it in front of us, making pulled pork sandwiches.
Delicious.
That's just that part of it. Now, if you're talking about chow, my wife Gina here, she cooks field service about 20 feet with all these trays coming out from everything to, well, you tell them all the varieties. It's unbelievable.
Goodness.
All I know is I eat them. She makes them.
Everything from chili and burgers and hot dogs and, oh my goodness, all kinds of salads.
Y'all making me hungry now.
Oh, man. Yeah.
At lunchtime.
Okay, so we got chow, we got that thing going on. Okay, also for the kids, like I said, it's very family orientated, and we want the families to come down. So we also have a craft table for the guys age appropriate. Come down and making like these little model cars and painting, doing face painting, American flags and stuff like that. Then also, which we need to improve upon, we had, I believe, 5 last year. Other veteran-owned businesses, like for instance, J-Dog comes down. We have Homes for Heroes here.
Ken Pitts,
Ken Pitts, who's helped us out tremendously. Yeah, shout out to him.
First Mortgage, yes, and they're all people that will help if someone's looking for a home, wondering what the benefits are for VA loans and mortgages, and so there's a lot here for people. It's very informative.
So it's more than just Warriors on the Water. It's more than just fishing. Is what I'm gathering. You guys are doing much more than just providing an atmosphere for veterans and law enforcement and their families to come out and fish. It's so much more than that. You guys are taking an entire community, embracing them and bringing them together. You're bringing everybody together, and my hat's off to both of you. It was funny. I just looked up, and I know you guys I know they're not far from me when I'm out east. And I looked, and it's like, yep, you guys are 35 miles away. So you guys can expect visits from me here in the near future. But I absolutely love what you guys are doing. I think it's great that you're bringing the entire community together. And in the fishing aspect, I grew up hunting and fishing. I love to fish. I mean, I try to fish as much as I possibly can, especially when I'm out here. And it's therapeutic. There's just something about being out on the water, whether you're catching anything or not, it's just nice being out there,
Yes, nothing like it.
Yeah. So again, my hat's off to both of you folks. If you're listening to the show, open up another browser, go to Warriors on the Water LTD. Again, that is warriorsonthewaterltd.com. Make sure you check out the different programs that they have, the dates that we went over. May 16th is their big one. You want to come out to that. If you're in the Pennsylvania, if you're anywhere up and down the East Coast, drive up. Come on over. You're going to want to check out this event. What else do you guys want to let the listeners know about Warriors on the Water?
We also have a program. It's this one's just for vets and law enforcement only, the people that actually serve. You have to basically have a DD 214 to set up table, but it's a round table of guys just coming together, and women, to sit down and talk about if they want to share, to get their experiences out and try to, whatever you want to talk. You want to talk about fishing? Let's talk about fishing. If you want to talk about some of your, bad experiences in the military, we can talk about that. We've all been there sitting around this table here. We don't have to worry about hurting anybody's feelings. We don't have, so that's a fantastic part that I like to handle.
It's called Talk Around the Campfire.
Oh, okay.
And that's also a list of our programs. It's a little bit different. It's on Thursday evenings for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. We have a fire here going. We supply the coffee. And again, anyone interested in just coming out to sit down and chat for a little while, it's right here.
Very laid back, no pressure, man. You can just sit there and listen. You can talk and talk about anything. Mm-hmm. I don't care about anything, man. Just to get some camaraderie going and that brotherhood back there. A lot of us miss.
And how often do you do the talk around the campfire?
That's once a month.
Yes, on a Thursday.
And that's usually a third. What is it? The second Thursday or third?
It varies. They're all listed on our Facebook page and our website, and they're normally the Thursday before an event. Okay. So if, just for instance, our first event is April 11th, that's a Saturday. The campfire would be the 9th of April. So it's kind of
yep.
All right.
We're doing it.
Well, I appreciate you guys, and we're coming close on time, and I'm going to throw a curveball at you guys right now.
Here we go.
Yeah. you're on the show called The Decision Hour, which means we make decisions every day, right? Name a time in your life where your feet were on the line and you had to make that decision. What was it, and what was the atmosphere like for you at that time?
You go first.
No, you go first.
All right. What do you mean your feet was on the line?
It could be anything. Like Jim, for you, joining the military, getting out of the military, starting a business, getting married, whatever the case may be. What was that decision? It could be anything. It's a tough one.
Yeah. I would say, well, when I joined the military, it was because I wanted to. I was not as patriotic as I am now. I wanted to join a branch of military to support the U.S. because that was at the time of when Omar Gaddafi was raised in hell and stuff like that, and so I joined then. But I'd say the most important one in my decision was when I started my own personal business from 20 years of being in the retail business part of it. I was in there. I had some problems with my knees. I had 9 knee operations, and I'll tell you the truth, I was scared as hell getting out from that world, start my own business because it was all on the line. This is it. I have nothing. I can't do anything else. My knees with my surgeries. So I gave it my all here, and I'm still gimping along, so to speak, after 20 years. So that turned out well. But yes, the pressure on that is like, I can't really put it into words. It was always there, like not a black cloud over you, but it was like always there in the back of your mind, man. When you wanted to sit down, when you got customers coming in, you're beat after, it's a 14-hour day here. You got customers coming in, you got to push yourself, and it's obviously paid off. I'm doing this 20 years now.
Nice.
So that was probably my decision of my lifetime that really, made me think and take pause.
Love it. Gina, what about you?
Oh my goodness. Well, mine isn't as good as yours.
Well, so what?
I would say that's the hardest decision I've made was when I was 21 and I decided to leave Pottsville. That's where my family is. That's where I was born and raised. And moving to Lancaster County, to almost 2 hours south with my son and starting over. So that was tough. That was a tough one, but if I would have never done that, I would have never met Jim.
Yeah, that's right.
I wouldn't be here today. So I guess that's, probably one of the most important decisions I've ever made.
Well, I appreciate you both sharing your decision with me and the listeners today. So thank you so much, guys, for coming on the show. I appreciate you both very, very much. And I'm looking forward to spending more time with you guys, throughout 2020 this year. I think what you guys are doing is truly, truly amazing. So
thank you.
Thank you so much, Adam.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate this. And listeners, thank Adam for what he's doing, getting the word out about these other organizations that are trying to help us out and everything that he does.
Yes, thank you, Adam.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Man.
Folks,
Man. Thank you.
Yep. Folks, open up another browser, go to warriorsonthewaterltd.com. That's all the time that we have today. But before we let you go, we got to give another shout out to our parent network, Heroes Media Group. Go over there, check out all the articles, events that's coming up, and check out all the new shows that are on the network. And if you are looking to become part of the HMG family, simply go to www.heroesmediagroup.com. Until next time, you've been listening to The Decision Hour.